Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pony 411. This is episode 119 for the week of October 11th. I am Alca7raz, and with me is Nemesis.
Yo, what's up?
This is a special day.
For right now.
Yeah,
By the time you hear this, it won't be anymore.
For the time you hear it, but during the time of recording, this is actually the 5th anniversary of Friendship is Magic.
10-10-10.
10-10-10 is when it all began, and here we are.
11:30 Pacific time.
Yep. And here we are, 5 years. 5 years of Friendship is Magic.
Yep.
It's been a while.
And the ride never ends. I mean, there's not much we can do about it. I mean, we've already both said how we got into the show and all that stuff, so there's really not
we're not
much
gonna do
we can
anything
say
special,
about it, but it's cool.
it is really cool to
It's been 5 years.
Note. 5 years.
All I know is that when it premiered, I was playing Halo and going to college.
God, 5 years ago, I was even
Halo
know.
Reach had just come out.
Yeah, it was.
So you were playing Halo Reach, I know that.
and taking classes,
going to college.
5 years later, and here we sit talking about ponies.
Still.
Anyway, yeah. So it's been a fun ride, and let's hope it stays. So let's get to
for at least another 2 years.
At least let's hope the fandom ride keeps going.
Yeah.
Well, even past
Well,
the
actually,
show.
no. Show-wise and stuff, it's going to go for at least another 2 years. We don't know after that. We know the toy line's going to go at least until 2019.
Yeah, the show line's going to go as long as they keep getting money. Well, the toy line, not the show line. The toy line will keep going.
Longest running iteration of a toy line, I believe, ever in Hasbro.
It's been fun. Let's hope it stays that. So, let's get back to our episode.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a bunch of news. A whole bunch of stuff this week. And we've got a new pony episode to talk about.
Yes.
And that one's going to be fun to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have a comic
Mm-hmm.
we're going to discuss, and a little bit of fan content to cap it all up. So, let's get started with the news. If you'd like to follow along, you can find all of our show notes at pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. So go there, click the link for this episode, and follow along. Let's get started with convention news. Midwest Brony Fest has announced Kelly Metzger. That is the voice of Spitfire.
The English voice is
The
Spitfire.
English voice. So yes, she will actually be joining with the
Swedish voice.
one. So yeah, double the Spitfire.
Which Spitfire is the real Spitfire?
They're both really cool.
But which one's the real one?
They're both real. It just depends on where you're from.
Just gotta believe. Or something, I don't know.
Nightmare Nights Dallas has announced Josh Haber and Natasha Levenger. So if you're heading down there, that's coming up pretty soon, I think.
Yay. Yeah, Nightmare Nights, I think the weekend before Halloween.
I think so. So yeah, it's within this month. So.
Next weekend, I think? Was it?
It's coming up very rapidly.
No, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, still, that's
20-something.
That's pretty short notice for new people.
They do that all the time.
But yeah.
We always get that final announcement. Remember, BabsCon had a pretty last. Oh no, not BabsCon. Equestria LA had a pretty last second announcement.
Ah yes. Brony Scott has announced M.A. Larson.
Hey, they actually got someone big. I don't think they've really. I think before they've been pretty community focused because, well, it's kind of hard to get these people over to the UK for a one-day convention.
Except for Daniel Ingram. Apparently, he really likes going to Galacon.
Well, this is
and the FinCon.
Well, those aren't one-day conventions though. And Brony Scott just recently said they're going to 2 days, so that's
good for them.
Interesting thing.
Get everything signed.
Everything, and then hang out in a bar with a bunch of Scottish people. Oh dear.
Oh boy, this will be interesting.
That'll be fun.
Can't wait to see news articles and stuff from that. It'll be awesome. PonyCon NYC vendor applications are open now, but they close at the end of the month, so
31st.
Get on that quick. Also, they've announced Bonnie Zachary and Lauren Faust.
Surprise.
Yeah. So get both of them again. That's neat.
Looks like Lauren's coming back into the convention circuit.
I'm traveling with Bonnie.
Yeah.
So those two get to go together. It's nice seeing those two together.
Mm-hmm.
BabsCon has opened applications for vendors, artists, panels, events, and musicians.
So apply, or don't.
So yeah, if you're looking to do any of those things, get to that applying. BronyCon has a few announcements. Sponsor badges are now available. Hotel rooms are also now available. You can get those booked. And volunteer and panel applications are open. And last of the convention news, Everfree Northwest has announced Peter Neal.
Yay.
He's been there a few times, if I remember correctly.
He's been malls but one last year.
Yeah. So he's pretty regular for Everfree.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure why he wasn't there last year, but whatever.
No,
He's there
maybe
now.
other things got in the way.
Probably.
He's a busy man.
Yep.
In fandom news, Main 6 has posted the next chapter in their character backstory series. This one's about Arizona.
The cow.
The cow. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And they've also, the poll's closed, so the next one will be about Velvet the reindeer.
Yep.
And then probably Oleander.
Probably with how that poll ended last time.
Yeah, Oleander was really close. It was 28
Really?
votes away from tying. 29 to win.
Friendship is Epic, that really awesome looking platformer pony game that we saw a little while ago.
Side-scrolling shooting platformer.
Yeah.
Beat 'em up
Looks
from
really
Japan.
cool. They've released a video showing off the main menu screen and stuff.
And lobbies.
Yep.
For multiplayer.
Apparently, Sony has been hitting YouTube videos that have used pieces of Friendship games.
Particularly using pieces of Friendship games music.
Yes.
Oddly enough, we have not been hit, and I've probably tempted fate by saying such, but
Yeah. Watch by the time
I
it comes
have
out,
a
we'll
plan.
have it hit.
I have a plan ready for if this happens.
Yeah. So yes, be on the lookout for that if you used clips from the
Actually, if
the
you
movie.
use songs,
Use clips of the songs and
it's
such
because
like that.
basically Sony has the distribution rights for the soundtrack, so they've been exercising that by shutting down music stuff.
Yep.
So apparently, even an analysis video,
a lot of
have been
analysis
hit.
videos are getting hit, which is interesting on that one.
Yeah, well, a lot of this stuff, all they need is like 10 seconds of music, and they got you.
Mm-hmm. Into merchandise news, apparently we're getting a sequel to the Under the Sparkling Sea book from a while back. This one's from Little Brown Book Company. And it's called The Dragons of Dazzle Island. I announced that very, very subtly at the New York Comic Con little poster. That was it.
Dazzle Island.
Dazzle Island.
See, way back, it's called Dazzle Island because way, like 1,000 years ago, some siren came by and wrecked the place.
Dazzlings.
Well, Adagio Dazzle.
Adagio Dazzle.
Somehow,
Yes.
having a diva moment.
Yeah.
Wrecked the place.
Yeah. Except now there's dragons.
They moved in.
So yeah, that's apparently a thing. I haven't read the first books, but
Nope.
apparently there's another one. Speaking of books, the book Pinkie Pie and the Rockin' Pony Party that came out a while back is being re-released and now includes a little Pinkie Pie plushie. Apparently in UK. We haven't seen it anywhere else.
Still interesting.
So it is interesting.
Don't
It's
even know who
interesting.
made the plushie.
Yeah, no idea. But it's also interesting to see if maybe some of the other ones will
Possibly.
come out with little plushies too. But we don't know yet. The second wave of the Friendship is Magic collection has been revealed.
In full.
In full, yes. And this one's about Pinkie Pie.
As we knew because of the leaks.
Yes. So yes, the whole looks like the whole thing's been revealed. Or at least a whole
Pretty
bunch of the
much.
different playsets and things.
This wave.
Yeah. So, that's neat.
Moments from Pinkie, including Twilight with her umbrella hat from Feeling Pinkie Keen.
Yep. It has Maud.
Mm-hmm. And the cakes.
And the cake.
And Sugar Cube Corner.
Probably where that gummy thing is going to.
Probably.
That we were talking about, I think that was last week. So yeah, those are out. Or they're revealed, they're not out. The first wave of the Explore Equestria single brushables has been revealed. These ones don't have any new gimmicks, so they're just standard brushables. But they do have zap codes, and they're going to include Starlight Glimmer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you look at the link, you'll notice there's multiples. That's because that's Big Bad Toy Store selling by case, which will have multiples.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just what happens. I don't know why. Sometimes Big Bad Toy Store just doesn't break them up for a while until much later. It'll probably eventually sell them individually, but if you really want all of them and you don't mind having multiples or have people to share them with, there you go.
Yep.
3 Starlights, 3 Fluttershy's, 2 Applejacks, and 4 Rainbow Dashes.
Nothing wrong with having 4 Rainbow Dashes.
There's a lot wrong with 4. I can give you 4 reasons why it's bad.
I'll give you 4 reasons why it's not. Anyway, speaking of Rainbow Dash, yet another exclusive variant of the Funko Hikari Rainbow Dash vinyl has been announced. This one's for Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah, they get exclusive stuff from Hasbro all the time now.
Yeah.
It's also apparently limited to 500 pieces.
Yes. So it's like $80.
Yep.
You can pre-order it from Big Bad Toy Store.
Mm-hmm. Good site. I've used them a lot.
Yep, they're a good site. I'm really tempted to get this one, but I'm not sure if I want to spend $80.
Think of the Rainbow Dash.
I know, and it's rainbow-colored Rainbow Dash. It's all pretty colors, but I don't have any of the Hikari ones.
Yet.
No, I literally don't have any. I haven't even planned on it.
No,
I just don't have the
because
money.
she's the only Hikari right now of ponies.
Explore Equestria brushable action figures
Gasp.
and playsets have been listed on Entertainment Earth
And Big Ben Toy Store, I found that out.
and BBTS. So yes, action figures. Yeah, we're
Pony
getting
action figures.
little posable pony action figures. Finally, it's a thing.
Finally, they don't. It's not just, oh hey, look, they just stand there and you can twist their
And
head.
twist their heads around.
If it doesn't, the plastic doesn't get stuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, they could move their legs and heads and probably wings too.
Probably.
That's crazy.
And you can still brush their hair.
Yeah, I
Because they
guess
still use the
I would
brushable
have preferred
hairs.
molded hair in this case, but
I would too.
I
but,
wasn't the
hey,
one in
there you go.
charge. It got something. I suspect this is a response. I remember that, I think it was like a year ago, so that there's that one mom who wrote a letter to Hasbro saying there's nothing for her 10-year-old son to play with toy-wise. She like basically, she was saying her son loves My Little Pony, but none of the toys are things he's interested in. He likes action figures, but he also likes his show and he wants toys. So I would suspect this is a reaction to that, and also the increased popularity of My Little Pony among boys in general.
Yeah.
Not just us older fans, but there are more young
Or just the
male
popularity. It
fans.
doesn't even have to be male
But yeah,
fans.
just young male fans are showing increased popularity in My Little Pony, so it not surprise me that Hasbro's now trying to branch into that demographic, especially since late in the last year or so, there's been this big push to ungender toys.
Yes, the Let Toys Be Toys movement.
Yeah.
Although really, why do you only have to make action figures for boys? Girls will like
I
action
know.
figures.
But this particular,
But yeah, it's like,
demographically, by market, I'm talking about from a toy
Yeah.
maker's perspective, market-wise, boys tend to prefer action figures and etc.
let's hope we can change that. But yes, action figures, finally! Yay!
I will get the Twilight.
I'll probably get the Rainbow Dash. Yeah, I think these also have little zap codes on them too. I think all
Probably.
the new ones do. Last bit of merchandise news, and this one's a little bit interesting. The Equestria Girls mini dolls that we talked about a little while back, they showed up in a big listing. They've been officially announced, and they have images, and they actually look really good.
Yeah.
They do.
Just little cute little Equestria Girls
Equestria
versions.
Girls, but they actually look really, really cool.
And pretty, oddly enough, more accurate than the normal dolls.
Yes. Even though
They are adorable, and I want them.
yes.
I'm actually considering picking all of them up, which is scary.
They're all really good. It'll be the first.
Equestria Girls
First
merchandise I
Girls.
pick up that's not the movies themselves
Yeah.
or soundtracks. But yeah, it's they're really good. They're posable.
Yeah.
They have
They're
joints.
action figures.
They have
basically.
little joints and everything. They're really nice. I'm surprised. This
Yeah.
came out because I remember they teased it with the silhouette, and I was like, oh geez, are they gonna do some Equestria Kids spin-off thing? Oh God, please no.
Some people were making jokes that looked like a squid girl.
Yeah, and then nope.
Nope.
It's
Those
just chibi
you know,
figures.
chibi figures, and they look really good.
Yeah,
They do. They're awesome.
I'm hearing they're apparently slated for release in December.
Oh dang, not too far away.
Yes, so it's gonna be,
Ask for them for Christmas presents if you celebrate Christmas.
and you're fine receiving such things as a Christmas present.
So yeah, that's actually really cool to see.
I need
Yeah.
at least Twilight for sure, but I might actually get all 6 of them.
And you're just waiting to see if
Sunset, that's the
will
only
come
one
out.
missing, because let's be honest, she's like the main character of Equestria Girl, so it's kind of surprising she's not there in the first wave. I suspect they just want to get the main 6 out of the way, and she's probably going to be another second wave of them, probably like in the middle of next year or something.
Yeah. I'm hoping they keep up with those things, not just like a
Yep.
one-off
Oh,
little
if the
thing.
fandom's any indication, these are going to be pretty popular.
Yeah. I'm really hoping they keep doing more and more stuff. I'd like to see some villains.
Get the Dazzlings; those will be snapped up.
Oh yeah, those would go pretty quick. It's like Sonata.
Except,
Or even,
but not Principal Bert. No one wants that.
yeah, I think some of the Shadow Bolts would go pretty quickly too. Indigo Zap, I think, would get bought up real
Zap,
quick.
Lemon Zest?
Yeah.
A lot of people like Lemon Zest because she's the more rocking version of a final.
Yep. Into comic news, a little bit of comic news. Brenda Hickey has dropped a handful of little spoiler frames from upcoming comic issues. Not sure which ones, but they look
Nope.
interesting.
They're there.
Yep,
Just
they're a thing.
no context.
So, Equestria Girls news. A little bit of that. First off, it's coming out on Tuesday.
Yeah, Friendship Games Blu-ray DVD release on Tuesday.
So yes, if you've been looking to get that, it's coming out soon.
Yes, shortly after you listen to this, or when you listen to this.
Depending on when you listen to it. Or it could be after if you wait till, later.
But October 13th, it'll be out.
Yes.
Go buy it.
Also, all of the deleted scenes have been uploaded to Dailymotion.
If someone has the DVD early or something.
Yep. They put them all up there.
They're very interesting.
I have not yet watched them
They're
all.
interesting, and they, guess it is like I suspected last week. It's basically, Sunset. It's all about the Sunset Missing Equestria arc that was cut. Equestria Girls 4.
All right, and last little bit of news, Friendship is Magic stuff. Peter New has posted his final thoughts on the issues people had with last week's episode.
Oh,
It's a really long thing he posted on Facebook,
Mhm.
and that's all he's going to say about it.
And his final bit.
Yep. So,
Bit.
So yes, I would actually say go read that.
Go read it.
It is important, I say. Zap To It has posted the air date for the upcoming episode, The Hooffields and McCults. It will air November 14th.
Yes.
And Lena Hall has tweeted that her episode will be airing November 21st.
So no breaks.
At all.
No breaks on this.
So far.
So no break. That would mean that that would go all the way, I believe, through until the finale would be the 28th. If they don't take a break there. That's Thanksgiving weekend, so there's a possibility it'll be a week off.
Yeah. So yeah, so far, looks what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. They did not, so it looks like, as of the season 5 returning, there have been no breaks. Which is nice.
Yeah, we don't want another break after that really long mid-season
we
hiatus.
had a couple 1 or 2 week breaks there, here and there, in the first half of season 5.
Yeah. That's the news. Our first main discussion point, the episode.
Yes.
Oh boy. So, this episode was Crusaders of the Lost Mark.
Yep.
And it is a CMC episode.
Oh no.
So let me try and do a quick recap. So, starts off, CMC are, again, just trying to figure out what to do to find the cutie mark. And they sing a song.
Mm-hmm. Right off the bat.
Right off the bat, they sing a song. Gives pointers to what this episode is going to be like. And then Pipsqueak shows up.
Oh no, help.
Screaming for help. Help, 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 help. What does he want help for?
Elections.
He's running for school
He
president.
needs to cover up his scandal. I mean,
That hasn't even started and there's already a presidential scandal. Wow. No. He's going to run for school body president.
Mm-hmm.
And he needs their help to win against Diamond Tiara.
Gross.
So they agree to help. It's like, hey, they might get their cutie marks in campaigning.
Mm-hmm.
So they go to help. And
they do.
They do. And there's more songs.
And he wins.
And he wins. Yay!
Diamond Tiara is upset.
And Diamond Tiara is very upset. And seems you're like, oh, I kind of feel bad.
And in the process also alienates her best friend.
Yes, because it's a little bit interesting part. Her best friend ends up voting for Pip because she kind of was a jerk. Diamond Tiara was kind of a jerk to Silver Spoon.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
But the CMC feel kind of bad about it because she seems really bummed.
Mm-hmm.
So they go and follow her and find that she kind of gets yelled at by her mom. Berated by her mom, who's a complete jerk because she didn't win and she has to be perfect and all that sort of stuff. And they feel really, really bad. And they see that in the process that Diamond Tiara kind of wants to change.
Mm-hmm.
So they try and befriend her. And they help her along that process. And they end up inviting her to the clubhouse.
Yep.
And during that, Pipsqueak shows up asking for more help.
Help me.
Because his main campaign thing was to try and help fix the playground. Because Tiara destroyed it. But it turns out he doesn't have they don't have the money. So it's like, help, help, help. Diamond Tiara tries to use this and goes and runs off and is like, I'm going to use this to get you kicked out so that I can do it because that's her thing. She has money. Well, as Diamond Tiara is running back to school, the Cutie Mark Crusaders are chasing her.
Trying to convince her
not to, and then they get to the school, and Diamond Tiara's mom is there, and her mom's a witch with
a bad person.
Yeah. Very, very mean, and Diamond Tiara finally says no and stands up to her mom.
And gets...
And, asks
her dad to donate to
help.
And then she helps out.
Yeah.
And gets the new playground built.
Yay! And everything's happy, and doesn't... try and get Pipsqueak kicked out. And yes, nothing important ever happens after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing important at all, except...
Oh, wait.
The CMC...
are totally cool.
Yeah, they go...
They're helping someone else.
We helped someone else, and we didn't have to find our cutie marks.
Huh.
We should do this more often. Bam, big flash of light. And they all become alicorns.
No,
No, they don't.
This wasn't written by M.A. Larson.
No, it wasn't. But they get their cutie marks.
Yes, finally.
They do. They finally get their cutie marks.
Yes.
In helping others.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap. And then there's,
big old celebration.
Big old celebration song, and
that's
the end of the episode. But yeah, holy crap, this episode. Wow, it was amazing, I think. This is definitely one of the higher tier ones.
Mm-hmm.
I was, when it started going, I was, seeing them with Diamond Tiara. I was like, okay, yeah, we're probably going to see a Diamond Tiara redemption episode. And I was a little bit worried.
Why?
Because sometimes it could be, I was worried that it might come across a little bit contrived.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was actually really well done. This was also a musical episode.
Yep.
Lots and lots of songs.
Amy Rogers seems to have got an affinity for those.
Yes. But again, it was really well done. It didn't feel rushed. It didn't seem to have any pacing issues, at least in my opinion. I didn't think it was rushed at all. Mostly. I think there was one part that was a little bit, but not bad. And yeah, they got their cutie marks.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
They all got similar cutie marks.
Yeah. Yeah. This episode was a very pleasant surprise. I mean, going into it, I was like expecting the cutie marks to finally show up. I mean, between that season 5 poster way back when them blacked down hey, Crusaders of the Lost Mark and the CMC episode is the final CMC episode of the season. It's like, this is it. Unless they're going to pull a bait and switch and have them only have cutie marks in this weird alternate timeline thing from the season 5 finale or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
That was a theory that was popping up a lot. But no, they actually got the cutie marks here. And I remember I was like, okay, this is, at first I thought what it was, but then, it's so focused on this whole Diamond Tiara thing. I was like, okay, they're already wrapping up and they're not getting their cutie marks and there's no real time, I guess.
But there was.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I guess it's wrapping up already. No cutie marks.
Bam!
And then they got their cutie marks. I was like, holy cow. They did it. They finally did it.
Yes,
they finally closed
did.
that chapter of their lives.
5 years in the making.
Almost. We didn't really get a CMC episode in the first season for quite a while.
Yeah.
But they were there. But they didn't really get a cutie mark thing until a little bit later. But yeah, this episode was just really, really well done. And the whole musical thing, it's like Amy Keating Rogers is going to fit in very well at Disney, I think.
yes, I think she is.
I think this is her second to last episode, as she said. She has one more somewhere on the docket in the next few episodes.
so.
One of them. I don't remember which one
Can't
it is.
remember.
But if this was her last episode, that would be one hell of a way to go out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was... Wow. I mean, I wasn't sure how they're going to handle Diamond Tiara. Like, a lot of fandom hates her. Like,
Yeah.
They like villains like more than her. Like, it's like an absurd amount of hate, if we're going to be honest, for what amounts to a kind of harmless, well, fairly harmless person in the grand scheme of things.
Somewhat, yeah. It's just, yeah.
Like, people wishing death on her.
Yeah,
Versus
it's
like,
a little too far.
and then we get Trixie. Oh, no, you don't understand her. Whatever.
People don't like bullies.
Yeah. But
People have a reason to not
really
like
well
bullies.
done.
Yeah.
And oh, hey, look, we finally found out who her mom was. Spoiled Rich, because we got Filthy Rich and Spoiled Rich.
Yep.
And that was always the thing. Is like, who's her mom? What's she like? And turns out, oh, hey, we kind of have a reason why Diamond Tiara is who she is.
Yep, because her mom.
And they've been hinting toward this for a while. This idea of Diamond Tiara is not exactly happy.
Yes.
She's the good old. It's the rich, and she has everything she could ever want. So why am I miserable? Type thing. And
Because your mom's a jerk.
yeah, her mom basically is driving. It's a lot like, well, I'm seeing parallels to a Pacifica Northwest in Gravity Falls in some ways. Controlling parents and,
or at least controlling mother.
yeah, we've seen Filthy Rich before. We get this kind of a scummy feeling from him, but not
Not
totally
really that bad.
shrewd businessman, but it doesn't seem like he's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, all he does is seem like Diamond Tiara is his little princess type thing.
Yeah.
Overall, though, this episode, it was phenomenal. I was not expecting how good it was.
It was really good.
And also, Pip is short. I mean,
Wow, he is short. He's got to be really young.
Although he's supposedly in the same class as them.
Well, their class is weird. It's one building. It might be
I know.
one of those mixed class
I don't know,
things.
but either he's young or he's just short, which makes sense because his name is
Pipsqueak.
Pipsqueak. I mean, well, that kind of implies small, so I guess he's just small.
Yes.
Because I didn't realize just how small he was until he was standing right next to the Crusaders. Like, holy cow, he like comes up to their chests.
Yeah, and they even made point of that too. I mean, in the cutie mark, clap their hooves together, and he tries to join and can barely reach it until Sweetie Belle, which is a little bit interesting. Sweetie Belle picks him up with his magic.
Yeah, but her magic.
Her magic. That's what I meant to say.
Also, seeing this also confirmed a kind of a fan theory that's been going around for a long time about Silver Spoon, which is she just kind of goes with what Diamond Tiara does, and she's not as well. She still has her mean streak, but she's not as malicious. And in fact, she stood up to Diamond.
Oh yeah, that one
in
scene.
A very like kind of a whoa, that was a burn.
Snap!
After all, because I won't tell you because
I'm not allowed to speak.
It's like ooh,
wow. Have a taste of your own medicine there.
Yeah. So we got that, and she's like, yeah, I'm just not going to follow her anymore.
Yep.
And then she was done with her. Then, later on, they obviously reconciled, but...
Yeah.
Because Diamond Tiara realized, hey, I don't have to be a jerk.
No, you don't. Don't be a jerk.
And it was interesting, because also, Spoiled Rich, Diamond's mom, was voiced by the same person as Diamond, Chantel Strand.
Yep.
It's like, huh. I'm wondering about that. Interesting. And, oh yeah, the songs were out. A lot of them were just, oh, hey, it's the reprise of the same song, but still really well done. Although, one thing I want to complain is when Diamond Tiara initially started singing, it's really weird. Like, the tempo was all weird.
Yeah.
Heck, her vocals and the music were like...
Yeah, but later
it's a really rough transition.
Better.
Yeah, really rough transition between the two different song styles. It's like, that's jarring.
Yeah. I think it's one of its only faults. But the rest of the songs were all really good, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to hear remixes.
And also do like, hey, we're referencing past events. Hey, Tyrek.
Yes.
Hey, Discord.
Yep, they talked about how they were the reasons everything kind of
Discord
destroyed.
broke the window. It would not surprise you think, what's this grand magical thing that Discord did to broke the window? It would not surprise me if he just literally just picked up a rock and threw it. Because he's Discord.
He's Discord.
He doesn't have to be grand and crazy all the time. Just chuck the rock.
Or maybe it was one of those, the exploding chocolate milk.
Yeah,
drink the cup, toss the chocolate milk, boom.
Would have caused more damage. Although, hey, and Diamond's like, hey, I got us a new window, a stained glass window of her.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we can see we can see where her ego's been.
Yep. And a vote for me is a vote for more Diamond. Yeah.
I thought you were supposed to convince us to vote for you.
Yeah. Didn't work.
And then trying that last second bribery, which didn't work because she was literally the only person who voted for herself.
Yep. Literally the only person.
Yeah, and she goes in there, what?
One vote.
Yep, one vote, which is...
And that's when you realized
I voted for me.
And that's when she realized that Silver Spoon didn't vote for her.
Yep. Ouch.
Ouch.
Stabbed in the back. Yeah, and hey, look. And also some great faces.
Oh, there were some great faces.
Particularly from Diamond.
Diamond, too. That one face in the clubhouse.
Yeah, just...
Scrunched the whole face, neck, and everything.
Whoa, wow, that's epic level scrunching.
Yep.
There was, just in general, she's just so, yeah, it's like seeing her go from anger to just, then the cutie Crusaders keep talking, just kind of, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
it's like, do I feel bad for Diamond? Oh, no. But you're supposed to hate Diamond Tiara, right?
That's the way they wrote her originally, but,
Yeah. Hey, look, evolution of a character.
Yay!
Evolution of characters, and we finally get the closing chapter on there. No more them doing stupid stuff trying to find their cutie marks.
Yep.
No more of that. They finally have them, so now we're going to get new stories, it sounds like, of them helping others with their cutie mark problems. Whether they're getting them or helping them figure themselves out, which they've already started hinting towards with Troubleshoes, if you remember him.
Uh-huh.
They're helping him figure his thing out, and... I think that was their last real episode of the three of them.
Yeah, and they're not going to get another episode till next season.
Yeah.
So they have one season to try out new things.
Yeah, and their cutie marks are all, very similar, which is weird.
It's a triple color shield that matches each of them, and then they have a double symbol on top of that that's different. Or a cutie...
Which is more towards them.
Yeah, Sweetie Belle's got, I think it's
note and
a heart...
And a musical note.
And a music note. No, it's something else in music note. Isn't it a heart?
I think it was art.
Because Apple Bloom has an apple with a heart in it, and Scootaloo has a wing with a lightning bolt in it. It's like, heh, heh.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and also the ending song with all of them.
And like
each going to their sisters, and
two of them go to their big sisters,
and Rainbow Dash, which was adorable.
Of course, you'd focus on that one.
Of course I did. It's adorable.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, in the end with Applejack's line, if your our parents were here,
they would be so proud. Oh wow!
Wow, did they really just blatantly refer to it? And then of course Jim Miller has to go off and hey, or it's like, Jim, what are you doing? Jim, stop!
This was a really, really good episode, all around. Definitely one of the best.
And as I said on Twitter, really good way to celebrate 5 years.
Yep.
Closing that chapter and opening a new one. No more annoying antics. Hopefully they can now actually grow as characters and not just, which they have been. And I've noticed their best growth has always been when they're not hyper-focused on getting their cutie marks. When they get their cutie marks, they suddenly become stupid.
Yep. And that's annoying. Actually what this episode was referencing, really.
Because they just kept going about it the wrong way.
Yep.
This is trying random crap until something sticks.
Throwing spaghetti at the wall until it sticks. That's actually how you find out if spaghetti's good or not.
Yep.
Sometimes.
Yep.
But yes.
Noodles in general.
If it sticks, it's good. Your cutie marks are not noodles. And if it is, well...
that means you're just awkward.
So yeah,
that was great. It was one of the best episodes of the season, even.
Yeah, it is one of the best. Kind of feel bad for the next episode.
It's GM Barrows, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what it is now.
GM Barrows episode has to be put up against this.
Yeah, I'm trying to... Now I have to go look. I think it's... Is it the Discord one?
Keep new friends, but...
No, not that one.
No.
One where Pinkie Pie knows. That's what it was.
Oh boy. One where Pinkie Pie knows.
Shaky Cane's Shining Armor. You get the feeling they're kind of starting to wrap up a whole bunch of stuff and adding new storylines at the same time.
Yeah, they're tying off loose ends and providing groundwork for new.
I swear to God, if in the finale they undo a bunch of stuff, and I will be so mad.
I'll be so mad. No,
they better not undo stuff.
I'm thinking,
because I remember one of the comments about the season 5 finale was, "Oh, I hope they do undo a certain mistake."
Oh,
you're still hung up on that? It's been almost 3 years. It's been almost 3 years, and you're still hung up on that?
They're not going to undo her wings.
They're not going to undo that.
No.
They're not going to undo I hope they don't undo the cutie marks now.
They might... What I'm thinking they might do is they might make references where things happen or things are different or that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
but at the end of the episode...
obviously fixes it.
Everything will be fixed.
Yeah, they better not actually permanently undo crap. That'd be really annoying.
That would be.
Hey, we got to reset to the status quo. Here's our big reset.
God dang
really? Because I'm so glad they're so willing to move forward and alter things and change the characters and stuff. That is the sign of a good show.
Yeah, that's one of the things we love about the show is that there's actual character growth and character depth to them. It isn't just the same thing.
It's not just about characters, just the situation in general changes. Yeah. I'm so glad they're willing to just shake it all up every once in a while. It's like, okay, things are different now.
That's one of the things that makes this show so good.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So if you haven't watched this episode, well, we just spoil it for you, but you need to go watch it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely one to probably rewatch to come back to.
Yep,
as a highlight. So I think that's all I can say about this one. So
yeah.
Otherwise, we will move to the next thing. We have a comic.
Yes, a comic.
So go ahead and
Friends
talk about
Forever
that.
number 21. It is Zecora and Spike, and it's. Spike goes to Zecora's hut because, all of Ponyville's sick. He's the only one who's not. So Zecora puts a little...
It's a leaf.
Yeah, a leaf out of her mouth as a...
Precaution.
Yeah,
it's
precaution.
like a SARS mask.
A mask. Yeah, as a mask, and just goes to help and try to figure out what the heck is going on here in this town because, that spread pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also going to negatively affect things like the apples are going to not be able to harvest if they can't get better.
Yes.
So they've been going around, so the two of them are trying to help, and yeah. That's the whole...
The non-spoilery synopsis.
Yeah. This was an interesting comic. I wasn't sure what to expect. It's like a Zecora and Spike.
A character we don't know very much about, and a character that could...
be done better.
Could use better development.
Or just write them out.
Could be developed better.
Overall, I thought it was actually a pretty fun little comic. I was pleasantly surprised. It's not the greatest, but still pretty good in its own right. And it still has nice art because it's Ted Anderson and Agnes Garbowska.
Agnes
Agnes.
Garbowska. Agnes Garbowska, I believe. I don't know.
Those two. So I think it's one of Ted Anderson's better works.
Mm-hmm.
Farsight better than the holiday special.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to expect going in, but it wound up being pretty good. Yeah. Not my favorite though, but still pretty good.
I'll say it's pretty good. Definitely worth the $4.
Yeah.
To get it. But Spike wasn't annoying.
Mm-hmm. I think he's actually helpful.
Yeah, he was actually helpful.
And some funny bits in here too, including them in lab coats.
Lab coats, yes.
Where'd you get the lab coats?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, it's also trying to develop what zebras are a little bit, but really not too much because, well, there's that fear of, the show just contradicted us hardcore.
Yeah.
Oh, well. So,
yeah, it's pretty good. I'd say go.
Yeah, it's a fun one. Worth the read. There's better, yes, but there's also far worse. Especially from that particular writer. It's far worse. But yeah, it's fun.
It's fun.
Overall.
Yeah.
Although compared to the episode, it's like, not even close.
Really, really high, and then, okay, yeah.
It's good. So it's really hard. It's like, I'm hoping it's just, hoping I'm just being affected because of a sliding scale.
No. I think it was pretty good. It's one of the better Friends Forever. It was, definitely. So, definitely better than, what was it, the second one that we had?
Oh, God, that was awful. Was it the first one? I
thought it was the first. It was one.
The first one because it was Applejack and Pinkie Pie. That was awful.
Yeah, it was just not good. But now this was definitely one of the better ones. So yeah, that's the end of the normal discussions. So I've got a sort of a song, sort of, to feature. This one's a little bit interesting. There's actually two here. It's the same song and a remix of this song. Can't quite tell which one we think is better, so we're going to leave that up to you. It is Hoping by Forever Free Brony and a remix of it by Fritzy Beat. Or it's a cover, not a remix.
How's one to feel? Where's one to go when their heart won't open? So far away, yet so nearby. Feels as if someone is still watching over me. So here's to hoping. Nowadays, pick and choose my circumstances. I don't believe fate is up for giving second chances. If I'm right, time goes on forever.
This one's Forever Free Brony wrote this. He's over in Argentina right now, and he wrote it and he recorded the piano parts and sent it over to have other people do the vocal parts. And on that one, well, I think they're both pretty good. He says he's going to re-record this one when he comes back, and I hope that one will be a little bit better, because you can definitely kind of hear that he's not in a recording studio when he does the piano parts.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty good. I think Emmy Jones, at a few points she's a bit pitchy, but otherwise not too bad. A couple times there's a little bit of maybe mixing problems, or at least I think I do them a little bit different. But I think that one's pretty good. The other one is Fritzy Beat. He was originally going to do the vocals on it, but he wasn't able to get it done in time, but because he was busy. But he ended up doing it anyway. He re-recorded the piano, and he covered the vocals completely with none of the extra parts. Because there's no cello in this one. And I also really like this one. I think the piano is done better, mainly because he's not in Argentina,
right?
Trying to send it across. And I think he's less pitchy, but at a few times maybe a little bit, his voice is a little bit nasally and whiny a bit. So it's a toss-up for me on which one I like better.
For me, I'm going to say outright that I prefer the Emmy Jones version. I don't like Fritzy Beat's voice in this one. To me, it's just overall, it's just really weird. I don't know what he's trying to do with his voice there, but it just was not pleasant for me comparatively. I mean, it was all right, but the whiny, nasally thing was pretty frequent in my opinion, not just occasionally. and it just sounded like he was trying to sound like a girl with not really succeeding, almost, in a sense. Whereas I know that, I mean, yes, it was rough. There's particularly in the end, there's a bit where it's like the cello's overpowering her voice. And there was you said pitchy. I heard that, I was expecting her to miss a lot of notes.
No,
it wasn't so much she was missing so much as she was just a little flat or a little sharp in a couple bits. It was basically like she was hitting the bottom of her range.
Yeah.
What it felt like. Which I don't think it was necessary. It wasn't as bad as you said. It was noticeable. I think the common person isn't going to notice it as much. It was noticeable, but I think in a way, the roughness of it, the kind of roughness kind of has an effect of making it sound in a weird way more emotional and more, in a sense, it's a weird thing to me. It's hard to explain, but it's the roughness of it makes it feel more real.
I get what you're saying, and some of the stuff we featured before, like Woodlore, has a roughness that really helps with that. I'm not quite sure it works quite as well with her on this one. I think for me personally,
honestly, the piano, I heard the difference, but the piano wasn't that bad in the original.
It wasn't.
It was actually, I was surprised. It's like you were telling me it wasn't in a recording scene. I was like, okay, but that's okay for me. Again, the kind of roughness of it kind of leans credence, adds to the emotion of the piece in general, which is what it's supposed to be about.
Yes.
Like almost like it's kind of a shaky, just kind of, not fully emotionally there type of thing.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, I'm pulling a Clark's. I'm saying because it's worse, it's better.
Well, like I said, I'm not saying either one was bad. I think I like both of them. I think they're both really good. But if I had to put them side by side, one of them, I think, like I said, she's a bit pitchy. She's not bad by any bit, but.
I wouldn't say pitchy, just because pitchy to me means you're constantly missing. That's what that always says.
No, I just say they're off on that point. Pitchy means you're not quite hitting.
No, for me, pitchy means you are constantly missing. Yeah. That's what I've always.
But yeah, it's one of those
constantly missing the note.
I think she's more hitting the bottom of her range. Like in the beginning, you can hear it too when she's singing lower. When she pitches up,
nails most of it. It's just every once in a while you get to a point where she hits the bottom of her range, and all of a sudden
that is what it sounds like sometimes. That she's hitting outside her range. Because I've heard her other stuff and it's really good.
Yeah.
And it's interesting you said the cello piece. It is a cello piece, but it's actually played on a violin and then pitched down.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
But it's supposed to be for
it's
a
just
cello.
One spot later on where it starts overpowering the vocal. It's hard to hear the vocal at that point. It's like, oops, you need the better mixing there. But again, like I said, the roughness of it kind of lends itself to the emotion of the actual music itself.
Yeah, and I see what you're getting on that one. I would say it wasn't quite there for me on that particular point because I've heard other ones that have done it better. I think just in general, it sounds more to me like more of just a mixing or technical
That
problem.
one part was the only part I really would not say that's the case, but for the rest of it, it's just like, they're just the lower quality recording of the piano and the slight missing of it just kind of let just like made me feel like there's a more emotion to it, even if the other one is still kind of had an emotion to it in itself.
I think if you want to go emotion-wise, it is a little bit different between the two, just a different type.
Part of it was
Fritzy's was a lot smoother.
The original was a Twilight thing, and then Fritzy said
Fritzy
no,
likes to think of it as Luna.
Yeah,
even though he knows.
So it kind of changes the meaning of it.
Mm-hmm. Even though the vocals are the lyrics are identical. I don't know. I can't tell. I can't pick between the two. Personally, which one I like. You like the original. You listeners, you should tell us which one you like better.
Do it. Why not?
Yes, tell us. But you don't have any fanfics.
No, because what I was reading didn't pan out. I do have an update.
You do have an update, though.
Yeah, it's not surprising. Faction Sun, like I said, has a regular release schedule, so it'll update with a new chapter. And by the time you hear this, will probably be a second chapter, which we won't be able to talk about. But in this one, just as a real quick thing, basically human Twilight, who, again, not exactly emotionally stable, mentally stable even just because of past tragedy, is forced to hang out with Sunset alone. Yeah, and someone here hasn't read it.
Yes, I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, it's like, oh dear. And then the other things happening, But it was interesting. Again, I'm trying not to summarize these things because it's like, well, you're reading these. So.
Yeah. Well, we hope you're reading.
But it's updated. It's still good, in my opinion.
I have to make sure I read it.
It's leading down. It's leading. You can see where it's going.
I think that brings us to the end.
Yes.
No more fanfiction, no more discussions. So, hope you like what you heard. If you want to listen to the rest of our episodes, past, future, present, you can find all of them at pony411.libsyn.com. Remember, LIBSYN. You can also find us on iTunes. Search for Pony411 and subscribe to us on there and have it auto-download. You can also find us on Stitcher, Stitcher.com, or use their mobile apps. Find us. You can also find us on YouTube, youtube.com/pony411. So go like, subscribe, and comment on our videos there. We also air on Ponyville FM every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So tune in. You can also find us on Ponyville Live. Whenever we update, it'll pop up on their site, and you can find all the listings in there too. If you'd like to contact us, you can email us at pony411podcast@gmail.com. Send us comments, criticisms, tell us what you thought about the episode, the Pony episode, or our episode. Tell us what you thought about the song. So which one you prefer. You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/pony411. Go like our page and stuff there. We'll post whenever new stuff comes out. You can also find us on Twitter. We are at pony411. So go follow us and tweet us and yell at us, and we'll yell at you back.
Do it.
You can also follow us on our personal Twitter account. I am at Alca7raz with a 7 instead of a T and an underscore at the end. And he is at Nemesis Prime 1.
Hasbro gets so much of my money, it's not even funny.
So much Transformers.
Yeah.
And ponies.
And now ponies because, oh, hey, action figure ponies. Oh, hey, action figure, little mini Equestria Girls posable action figure thing. Have you seen what's coming out of New York Comic Con? What the hell?
So much toys.
So much plastic crack. Help me.
Plastic crack.
Help me.
You are too far. Too
Help
far to
me.
be saved. I cannot help you now. Hell, I'm being pulled into it myself. So yes, that brings us to the end of the episode. We hope you tune in next week.
One more Pinkie Pie knows.
Yes.
That'll be
Are
interesting.
we going to get Princess Skyla? We
No.
don't know. Tune in next week and find out.
Bet they won't call her that if there's even her.
Watch they do. There will be pitchforks.
Changeling baby. Shining? Explain.
Explain! Wait. Where'd it come from? Watch, Chrysalis just shows up. Oh yeah, I needed to drop this off.
You ever see Alien?
Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Unicorn changeling hybrid. It acts like an alien and not out of a... Yeah. Wow.
Talk like a frog.
Oh jeez. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my
This is a long goodbye.
It is. So yes. Goodbye. Hope you tune in next week. Find out how bad or how good
Things are.
it will be. But until then, remember, please, pony responsibly. Good night.